Homelessness is a very serious situation, and it's like on the back burner. You know, they talk about it, but there's not that many people really doing something about it. Everybody should have a place to stay, be it a hole in the wall, a little 2x4, whatever it is. There should be something to take a human being out of the elements. And I mean, this is America. We put people on the moon, we travel all out in space. How come we can't put a person in a house?
Nobody wants to live like like an animal, you know. I ended up here because I had nowhere else to go.
I was one who had it all. I went through everything I had and ended up being penniless. I'd been on the streets just a very short period of time. But I literally found myself sitting at a train station. And my thought was, the next train that comes along, I'm stepping in front of it.
I stopped caring. Not only about, you know, myself, but what society thought about me. One of the biggest problems with homelessness is making it your life. You have to be ready to get off the street, and you have to be ready to give 100%.
I had these visions or ideas of living a better life, but I didn't know how to go about doing it. And that's where the street team came in.
Downtown Street Teams is an organization that you volunteer for. And they have a number of different contracts. And what they reward you with for your volunteering are what we call vouchers, and it's for food and housing. They provide you with bus passes so you can get to and from work. They have housing opportunities for you. You're provided a caseworker.
You have to pick up a broom, sweep the streets, or pick up garbage. Most of us, we all pretty much started the same way. We started sweeping the streets of Palo Alto.
It's the only program I know that you got a hand in your recovery, and I don't mean drugs and alcohol, I mean your lifestyle, and rebuilding your lifestyle. It was like, well, how can I help you, man? Well, why are you here? Well, how did you hear about us? Why are you down here? What can we do for you?
And that's what they do. It's constant. They build you up. They support you. It's a phenomenal organization.
It becomes like a family, like a team. We want to see everybody achieve, because we know it can be done. It makes us feel good because we're making Downtown Street Team look good and making Eileen happy. Have you ever talked to Eileen?
Oh, the struggles in the beginning were crazy. I think the folks thought we were just another program. And so they would come up to the box in the morning, they'd grab their broom, they would head right over to the nearest inexpensive hotel, go upstairs and take a little nap for themselves, and then come back down at noon and say, where's my voucher to Safeway? And I said, I don't know what kind of game you think we're playing here, but that's not what we're doing. We're working as a team really hard together. So I started sneaking around, finally caught them enough times that they realized, wow. And they said this literally, like, she ain't playing. And I wasn't. I was gonna work hard, then they were gonna work hard too, and together we were gonna figure this out.
We've had an incredible challenge with environmental impacts of urban life in our creeks. And naturally, like any major city, we've got a significant problem with providing enough housing for our population, particularly in these very, very difficult times. And so increasingly we're seeing homeless encampments all along the creeks.
We're starting a shelter that just opened maybe a month ago. We had Sam Liccardo, council member Liccardo, in the room with us, and we were talking about the shelter, and he said, what you have done with the peer-to-peer outreach and cleaning up Palo Alto and really helping people get onto lives of permanency through jobs, housing, and all of that is something that I think we can do down here. We have a major issue in Coyote Creek. It's environmental, but it's also one that has, you know, a lot of homeless live in there, and it's completely a mess. So would you be interested? And I said, do you have any money? And he said, no. And I said, yeah, we'll do it.
This is actually a nice place, man. It's nice, but it's just the garbage that comes down the river. Some of these people just don't care, you know, and they throw their garbage and they pile it up. And I can see that that's like a dump. It's not just the people throwing garbage out here. It comes from other places too.
Certainly the language that we all use around homelessness inevitably puts the homeless as the subject of the problem. What I'm hoping is that through this project, we're going to start to change the language a bit, and we'll start to see homeless not as the problem, but as in fact part of the solution to the problem.
2 of the people that have been living there the longest have come on board with us. We hired a guy named Jim. He's like the ambassador of the creeks.
All right, you want to crack this thing off? Let's go. Let's roll them. I mean, I can name off everybody pretty much in the creek. Now, thank God for downtown streets that some proactive things are happening now. I honestly feel that this is an opportunity for houseless people to not only live in a decent environment versus underneath a bridge, and perhaps get back into society and do something good at the same time. That's my thinking.
Having the EPA on board, manpower, big foundation support, really I think means that we could take this model as we work out all the kinks and roll it out throughout the nation. And that really is our goal, to help end homelessness in our lifetime.
My ambitions with this project are nothing less than unabashed success. I'd love to see 50 human beings who are now in the creeks, just a few weeks from now, living in permanent housing with an employment that gives them both respect, dignity, as well as self-sufficiency. We're starting on a stretch of Coyote Creek. I'm hoping by the time we return with some positive results in a year or 2, we're going to be going back to EPA and other funders and hopefully a lot of foundations and saying, hey, we've got another creek here, Guadalupe, that really needs a little bit of love, so to speak. And after that, we're going to move on and we'll be taking on the Mississippi and the Amazon as well. So we start here in San Jose, but tomorrow the world.
I mean, it's a model, and that's what we're selling. It's a model to clean up the environment so it's green, or help straighten out some people's lives and get people back on their feet. So it's a win-win-win.
I want people to know about it, that there are people out there that want to help them.
And I just want to play a part in it because I know we can do it. We got the manpower, we got the love, we got people that really want to make this happen.
And those of you who want to, just come to the meeting. Come to the meeting. Everybody's welcome. The door is always open.
It's not us versus them, it's us together trying to find solutions.